Boom. We are live.
Are we live?
Yeah.
We are live with our fancy new equipment. Vicek in his fancy new T-shirt that he put on especially for this podcast. I'll have you know.
Yeah, first time.
I guess. Welcome to Screwed Up Podcast number 3. Last week we told you that we were going to have a very, very special guest, and we are joined today by the one and only Nelson Mandela. Say hello, Nelson.
I didn't see that coming.
Eric, say hello there.
Hello to the people out in the world. How are you all doing?
Yeah, it's not a shadow, it's actually a person. So.
Our previous listeners and subscribers will get that reference.
Yeah.
That's not in the notes.
Yeah, that's serious. It's 18 subscribers, so we got to know what we're saying now.
No.
Yeah,
It's getting serious.
I believe we need to introduce you a little bit. So you work and live now in Poland for quite some time, right?
So I've been in Poland now 2 years, as of 2 days ago.
Oh, shit.
Congrats.
Happy birthday,
I guess.
kind of.
I came from the States, Kansas City, Missouri. My job moved me over here. I work for a company called Epic, so I moved from Kansas City to Germany for a few months, and then now Poland.
Nice.
Where did I didn't know you were living in Germany.
Living is a
Okay,
big
stay.
word.
Yeah. After all, it's Germany.
I was there
So.
for 6 months, so
Okay.
I counted as living there. I mean, it was 6 months not living in my normal house. So.
Where was it?
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart.
It's my favorite place on earth.
Is it?
Really?
It's close to our place. Okay, it's close to our place. It's
Kind of close.
Kind of close. So we know Stuttgart a bit. It's Germany.
Where was your home again in Germany?
100 kilometers from Frankfurt.
And does it have a really German sounding name?
Mannheim.
Mannheim. Oh, that's not too bad.
Okay, Mannheim. No, it's
No,
Mannheim,
Mannheim.
but actually it was Ludwigshafen. So it's actually quite funny because it's actually one big city, but divided through. It's like Budapest. Divided through a river, and one part is Ludwigshafen, the other part is Mannheim, and it's 2 separate lands. It's 2 separate, in English you would call it states.
Okay, cool. But are we allowed to call it Mannheim nowadays? Should it not be Personheim?
No, or Womanheim.
Womanheim? Hashtag me too.
I feel like we need a separate microphone for that.
Yeah, I think we should actually tell people that about our new purchase for the podcast. It is a blah blah button with 7 different variations of blah blah. And if anybody here in the podcast feels like the other person is going on a bit too much, they can press the button at any time. Probably that's going to happen to me.
You told me once that you are like you Irish people have like this thing that you just blab to people.
Yeah, it's called a 10-inch cock.
No, but when I see you like talking to people, you say shit that you wouldn't say normally, just for the sake of having a conversation, even if it is like a really stupid conversation.
They call it the gift of the gab. So it's just the Irish ability to spew nonsense and keep a conversation going. And
No matter what.
No matter what, it's just kind of a part of the culture that you have to tell stories, have the crack, as it's known.
Pop culture.
Kind of pub culture, yeah, but
Who
also
else has the gift of the gab, right?
I don't.
Strippers.
Strippers. I've never met one.
Okay.
Tell us about your experience with.
Let's change the conversation.
Eric, I think you should tell us about your experience with strippers.
I've never.
In America, there's more. It's a thing. In Poland, I don't think. I mean, you have those places like the go-go bars, but it's not so many Polish people are going there.
Yes, I've never been to a club in the States. The only strip I've been to is in Germany.
Okay.
And It's different when it's
I'm sorry.
foreign. Well, it's
Yeah, the German
being from the
women.
States, like
Yeah.
I go 2 hours and I'm from the States. In Europe,
Okay.
it's completely different. You go 2 hours in another country, so
Yeah.
it's more exotic. So
Does it smell different?
What do you mean? Exactly.
He has no idea.
Strip
what
club?
you mean.
Okay.
Actually, it was a nice experience. I was in there 30 minutes and spent 20 euros.
Ooh.
200. Okay. It's,
On what?
I don't even know, to be honest.
Don't lie to us.
I know she asked for a drink, and I thought she said water. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, you can get some water. Why are you asking me? Like, I'm not your dad.
right.
And I guess she had Prosecco, and that was like 75 euros.
Yeah.
And then, I got to dance. Why not? I'm in Germany.
Okay,
That's
guys.
a little expensive.
That's hilarious. Aga sent us a note through the fucking door.
There seemed to be a problem with your mic.
With whose? With Eric's?
With Eric's mic.
Problem as in you can't hear me, or?
Give me like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Should
Okay,
we,
okay.
Let's do one. Okay. Fucking hell. That's great. That's great podcast. And thank God no one's watching us. So.
Yeah, is it still running? It probably is. But poor Eric, he's a silent man.
Yeah.
Still doesn't feel like it.
That's what she said. Yeah. So shall we keep people entertained by talking?
I think let's do a pause and just 5 minutes and let's see what's happening.
Oh, Eric, say something. Wait.
Testing.
Are you telling me that I lost my Mandela line because of this? That's disturbing.
No, you just cut it.
Yeah, you'll have to cut.
Editing.
Uh-huh. So we're going starting again?
No, that's the same stream.
Okay, we're live. Yeah. Again.
We are live again after our technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
This note is gonna stay here.
That's amazing.
This is a reminder of how inadequate Max's technical skills are.
Fuck off. I had like 10 minutes to poke around with this microphone, so I need
Can I just say something really fast?
Yeah.
Max, I think you have the most supportive girlfriend in the world.
I have, that's right, yeah.
The fact that you were in the other room filming something and she's watching.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
is.
She's always watching.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. What were we talking about actually?
Strippers, I believe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. So, so you had the dance. Is it? I was always wondering. Is it like? So the stripper is rubbing her ass on your dick.
Oh my god. That's where we're going. Okay. Okay, that's where we're going. So
You can't touch her, right?
in Germany, you can
You can do whatever you know.
as long as the stripper is allowing, you can do basically, I guess, whatever you want to do within
Nice.
reason, I guess.
Can you play Monopoly on her bum?
I'm sure she would actually love if you played Monopoly off of her. But
I could go to jail.
but yeah, so I got the dance, and then I was just curious because, you know, usually like in the States, right, we have dollar bills, right? So just throwing ones, you know what you're spending.
But do you actually do that? That's such a rapper thing to do.
Of course. Done it a few times. So you're spending ones that you have in your pocket. When you're in Europe, you don't have.
You have to throw coins.
Yeah, all you have is coins. So they're writing down everything you're getting. So you know you want to tab out. I would say it's smart to tab out every so often just to make sure you know what you're spending and you don't get to the end of the night and they say, yeah, 1,000 euros. And you're like, I don't remember the first half of the stuff. So when he came back and said 300 euros, I was like, I've been here for 30 minutes. He's like,
That's
you
expensive.
bought all this. And I was like, I'm leaving. And I was with guys that I work with. And they're like, Eric, we just got here. And I was like, yeah, and I spent 300 euros. They're like, how? I was like, I gotta dance. You guys are just sitting there like squares. So
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Were they white or
variety. Some white, some Mexican, some Indian.
so no like other people than?
No other
So you
colored people. Is that what
colored
you mean?
people, sorry.
How does this come up in every podcast? I mean, it's like
I think Vincenzo is asking too many fucking questions.
No. Okay, so I have a question for you. I don't want to ask the typical question how you feel as a black person in Wrocław in Poland, but actually, have you ever had an encounter, unpleasant encounter in Poland?
Can I have the definition of an unpleasant?
Someone said something fucking outrageous to you, or I don't know. Just,
Yeah, Killian, for example.
well, I think like he means racist with
Yeah.
malicious intent, probably.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
yeah, that was what I said.
Okay, so I will start by saying, first of all, the language, I'm sure there has been something that's said and I don't know about it because I always have headphones in, so people say things. I do remember one incident though, like 2 months ago, standing at the tram stop, and this drunk guy, which we know how drunks are in Poland, so drunk guy looks at me, zamknie pizdy.
Nice, that's a nice accent.
I was like,
What did you say?
huh? Basically, it means like,
Yeah,
shut your.
Were you saying
Okay.
something?
Back. What did you say back?
So I just looked at him and I laughed and I was just like, okay, whatever.
You were a tank, so
I never understand why.
people are saying anything to you.
I'm not gonna fight anyone, but I just don't get. I don't get the aggressiveness for no reason. Like
Yeah,
I'm standing at a tram stop doing nothing. Like what is the aggressiveness for?
Yeah.
That's alcohol.
That's alcohol and Polish people, I think.
It's not only Polish. I'm sure that for some reason I believe that German people are more racist than Polish people. In some areas, at least.
They used to be.
I guess it's to do with they are definitely more inclusive immigration wise, but probably because of the large amounts of immigration that they've had over the years, then probably it's gone a little bit too far. So now you've got the kind of the maybe more conservative people airing their racist opinions a bit more in Germany than they probably hid it in the past. A bit like the States, I guess.
Right.
Happening now.
So after he says that, I was with a guy from work. So he looks at me. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, "It's fine." And the guy could continue to talk, and he said, basically, I don't know how to say this in Polish, but my friend translated. Basically, what he said was like, "Why are you in my country? Like you're here, like
taking my jobs,
taking
my Berjonka bag
from jobs from people, and like get the hell out of my country." And it's what's funny to me is, and I get it, people aren't confrontational, right? If you see someone on the street and they're having an argument with someone and it doesn't look like it's gonna go the right way, most people are gonna keep walking.
Right.
But the thing that I don't understand is if I'm in a country, right? If I'm in the States and someone is there and I know they don't speak English, and someone who is speaking English to them is basically disrespecting them for no apparent reason, I'm the type of person to say something to that person that speaks the same language to me. Just be like, "Hey, look, like this person's not bothering you. Just leave him alone." I think the number of people at the tram stop that just like stared and then looked at me like, "Well, what are you gonna do?" I'm just like,
They were probably waiting for you to fuck him up.
And see, my thing is that would have been good for them, right? But at the same time, that's not good for me. I'm on a visa. He's gonna stay in the country. I'm the one that's gonna have to leave. So to me, there is no situation besides someone physically putting their hands on me that would ever make me get upset enough to do anything to anybody. But and the thing that's also funny to me is that it happens to me and I'm like, is it me or do I see black people like all the time in Wrocław? Do you guys see black people all the time?
I think you are one of the two black people.
I see I just saw 3 black people in the Żabka by your house.
Eric, they're called mirrors.
And what amazes me is, okay, I get it. Like I get people are gonna stare, right? You don't see me too often, but it's like I see a different one every day. So are we just like connected in a sense to where we just always walk past each other and people don't see?
No,
like
okay.
Psychic connection.
But the story how you met Jonsi is the most fucking hilarious story ever, because you just met at the gym, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Jonsi being another colored guy.
Every time he says it, weird. It sounds awkward every time he starts talking about people.
What's funny about saying colored is, I think it's worse to say colored than it is black, right?
So, what color is he?
So,
like fucking pink.
So it's funnier that he's saying colored and making it awkward when he could just say black. But yeah, so John C is actually how I met these 3 individuals here. When you're in a country and there's not a lot of you, you kind of, when you see your other kind, you just, the head nod or the, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" Just a cordial thing, just to let you know, like, "Hey, I see you. You see me."
Spending dollars on each other.
So yeah, we were in the gym working out, and his first question was, "Hey, bro, you play football?" I was like, "It's a random question, but I'm guessing he's asking because I'm black." "No, sir, I don't play football. I'm actually an IT specialist." But yeah, and then I think the next weekend, you guys were at the lake having a barbecue, and you invited me. Yeah, and that's the first time.
Right. By the river. Yeah.
Do you think that you two guys, if you met back in the States, you would hang out with each other?
That's a good question. It's a very good question. I'm just kidding. So that's a good question.
You obviously like each other, but if you wouldn't maybe meet so quickly, right?
Yeah, it would the connection wouldn't be there as quickly because you're black in the States. It's like you don't have anything that separates you from the rest of the people there. But I think we'd be cool for sure. I mean, we both like the same stuff, music, sports, so
Right.
Basketball, probably.
oh,
Probably.
of course.
That's stereotyping, but anyway.
But yeah,
But like saying, I guess when the guy in the street kind of was saying, "You're coming over here, get out of my country," he's probably saying that you're coming over here, taking our jobs, taking a place for my family, taking our women, which in fact you are.
You are, yeah. What's up?
yeah.
That?
But before we get to that part, to me it's hilarious. You know, we have the same thing in the States with Mexicans. You know, the racist ones on the left say they're coming and taking our jobs, but it's like, well, they're mowing lawns and cooking in restaurants for minimum wage. You don't want to do that job anyways. Now, reverse side, coming to Poland, and this is no disrespect to Poland at all, but even though the States is in a shitty place right now, I would still say economically it's still better to live there, money-wise, than it is Poland. So why do you think I came to Poland to steal your job? That's what's funny to me. Like, I could understand if he thought I was African. Okay,
he was an idiot. That's it. Like,
and
he knows nothing about
the thing that
economics
I wanted to say is that there's idiots everywhere. So it doesn't mean that only in Poland you would encounter
100%. That's why I don't take it
dickheads.
too seriously. Like,
exactly.
even before I moved here, of course, my mom was worried, right? Poland, where is that? Like, so, hey, I'm going to be completely honest. When I've actually applied for the job, I didn't know shit about Poland. If you showed me a map, I couldn't tell you where it was.
Yeah, but that's the education system in
America. We call it NA education. We don't. Geography isn't really a thing.
Yeah, you suck at geography.
No.
There's like a Jimmy Fallon or the other guys, like they do surveys on the street.
Yeah.
And they ask people to show them Germany or France or
no idea.
Some of them point at like Australia.
Yeah,
yeah,
or
that's
fucking
Paris.
Russia. Yeah.
I still don't know where Poland is on the map.
No,
come on.
no way.
I'm gonna I know where Germany is, so I could figure out.
We're
where.
fucking neighbors.
You know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you show me the map, and I'm like, okay, I know where we are. But
do you know the shape of Poland or the shape? Like,
no, I do not. The shape of you, I do not.
Jesus.
Well, how would you describe the shape of Poland?
Like, okay,
I know what it looks like, but how would you describe it? Does it look like a gentleman's handbag?
It does, yeah.
A gentleman's handbag. Yeah. Okay, so the topic that I
stealing Polish women.
Yeah, I know she's gonna watch this, so we have to get back to that point because I don't want her to to text me. As these three gentlemen would agree, I'm not the go out.
You're not a fuckboy.
No, I don't go out trying to pick up women. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I would rather hang out with the boys day. But yeah, Tinder's a wonderful app, I would say.
It is, yeah.
And the way she's like really lovely.
Yeah, she's nice.
We met her several times.
Sometimes.
And I never used Tinder, for example. This guy, fuck me, he's like the master of Tinder. He was.
Look at him.
You can hire.
Allegedly.
You can hire him as like a Tinder profile creator.
Trainer, yeah.
Yeah, and he will tell you how to like get your profile picture with dogs.
Those days are behind me.
But you could still
allegedly.
Yeah, he's turned gay. He's now on Grindr
now. Yeah.
But it always amazed me how you can actually meet like really nice people on Tinder. Because for me, I have this vision that Tinder is like really
seedy, kind of.
Only like for sex. And
It's not.
But it is also. You can't deny it.
No. I wouldn't say. I think most girls in Poland that this has to be said. In Poland, most girls are just on Tinder to find the love of their lives
on a white horse. You know,
so
a knight on a white horse.
White horse, not the knight, the actual horse. Well, that seems like no better moment to give out the hat of shame.
I hope you are fucking wearing it, not me.
You said white horse. White
yeah,
knight.
on a fucking white horse.
No, you didn't. You did not. You just said white horse.
I said knight on a white horse.
You said white horse, and you went no. You went white knight. Okay, never mind.
I didn't.
We'll come back to
Okay,
this moment.
you are fucking now wearing
I'm
this.
not wearing it.
Yes, you are.
I'm just putting it around my neck.
So I would agree with that sentiment, though. Being someone who used it in the States too. In the States, it's like, okay, you know what it is. Like,
Just for
we're on this app. I like you, you like me. Let's meet up and do our do. In Poland, it's not like that, and that's because in Poland, you guys are really relationship oriented.
yeah,
Like, I've been told by multiple women, like, family pressure to like settle down, have a family, have kids is like a real thing. So a lot of women by like
Particularly for females.
26, 27, they probably already have their special someone already, or they have had it, right, and it ended after 6-7 years.
I have a question. Sorry, I have a question. Did you meet Jagoda's parents?
Yes, I did actually on Friday.
Okay, can you
can you on Friday? This Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Friday?
So you're still alive. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
How did they? I'm sorry, because it has to be a little bit of a shock, right?
I mean, they of course
Shock? Not shock, but you know what I mean.
It's not an alien.
Or you meaning for me or for them?
For them. No,
I mean, well, they of course knew I was black.
Yeah,
or colored.
No, but and don't get me wrong, Polish parents, I would imagine, they are like still like really deep into
Mexicans.
into Mexicans in tradition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. To be honest, what helped, right, is maybe I don't speak a lot of Polish, but I can understand. And when they're talking and I'm responding to what I can respond to them, and then responding to her so she can translate, that to them is like, oh, okay, so he's not just like over here just trying to have fun with our daughter. So it was cool. But her grandparents are really cool, and I'm not just saying that because I have to.
On that point, just to figure out a little bit more about your relationship, I've got a question for you.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be good.
Would you rather have sex with the hottest woman you know who has just died, or the ugliest, smelliest woman on the planet?
So you would need to fuck
a
dead body.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
but
mean like,
it's still warm and
Yeah.
you mean
Oh,
like,
is it
died,
still
I'm going
warm?
in?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that soon?
Yeah. She's
Okay.
she's a warm
Or
body.
the smelliest girl?
The ugliest,
Oh,
smelliest
the ugliest
woman
and smelliest.
on the planet.
So smelliest means that she's dirty as fuck as well. Right?
She's just smelly. I mean,
Is
smelly
she
is smelly.
smelly just because of body odor, or like she doesn't
Exactly.
Oh,
clean
like-
herself?
I'll throw in a curveball. She smells like a dead body.
like a cold dead body,
Yeah.
not warm.
But does she
not-
clean herself?
Well, obviously, if she's the
that's-
smelliest woman on the planet, it's unlikely.
Yeah, but it could be like some disease that she has. Right?
Okay, so she has a disease. Make it worse for yourself.
Okay. No, that actually makes it better for me. I'm just making sure that I'm not, if I enter this woman, I'm not getting some disease or entering someone who doesn't clean their body. But I'm going to go with the dead body, 100%.
Are you going for the dead body?
Yeah.
No fucking way. I want to
Necrophilia. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think that's
But
illegal in Poland.
You said she just died, so there has to be like
so you couldn't tell.
there has to be some time frame before where it's necrophilia, like 5 minutes or something.
She's dead.
She's dead. And you have the knowledge that she's dead.
Yeah.
But if she just died, we all know that the nerves in your body don't just stop moving.
Yeah, they tweak a little bit.
So
but
she's-
that doesn't fucking help.
So you're saying she's a bit more responsive? She's giving you that little bit of an edge you need.
she would hump you.
I feel like there was no right answer to this question.
Yeah.
Precisely. There was no
Holy
right
fuck.
answer. That's why we have these questions. I've got one more. I'm going to ask Vincenzo this one because he hasn't actually spoken a lot today. Vincenzo, would you rather be a girl with a penis or a boy with a vagina?
That doesn't make sense.
You just ask him if he wanted to be transgender.
But that doesn't make any sense. Am I born like that? Doesn't
You're going to be either a woman that has a penis or a boy that has a vagina.
But you're a fucking boy when you have a penis.
If I'm having a
Trigger alert.
A girl with a penis or a boy with a vagina.
But how the fuck can you be a girl with a penis?
That's
Tell
the
me.
whole point.
But do I have a
Okay,
vagina?
I want to be a
That
girl
doesn't
with
make-
a penis then. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be a
why
boy.
would you? Why?
Because
would
I'm technically biologically a boy then.
Okay, it's an imaginary question where you just happen.
Yeah,
to
it doesn't
be
make
born
sense.
with okay, fine.
Wear the fucking hat.
Fine, fine. No, I'm not wearing the hat. No, that was a perfectly logical
Mm,
question.
It wasn't. Yeah, it's.
Okay,
Do you have
fine.
a third one?
No, I have a third one, but I'm sulking.
Go on, give me the third one.
I don't think I can ask you that one.
Come
I
on.
think I'll ask. No, I
Can I
can't
see
really ask you that one.
Come on,
No, you have to.
go on.
I'll let Max say it because it's actually disgusting, and I wrote it down because I didn't want to actually
Oh
say
no,
it.
let's not do that. Okay, fuck it.
No. I don't
Come
think we can do that
on,
one.
don't
No,
be
it's
a
actually
dick.
No,
really disgusting.
we can't do that one. We can't do that one. It's even a bit rich for our taste. But anyway, any new topics, any things
I
that you
think we
guys
should
observed?
discuss the yesterday's UFC.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. So
Down to the
you guys need
nitty-gritty.
to be the experts here because yesterday I wasn't. Well, I didn't watch the UFC, and today I didn't have the time to actually watch all the fights. I watched a little bit of Zabit with Jeremy Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch that one.
He's scary.
Zabit?
He's scary.
Good.
Oh, shit.
Stevens
Okay,
were-
who won? Because I
Zabit.
don't know.
Zabit. But
Unanimous.
Stevens was a bit upset about the decision because it went to decision, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't watch the fight.
I didn't
but-
watch the fight either.
Okay, so
Jeremy Stevens.
yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That card was way too stacked.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't catch it live, it's like if you want, you have to go back and rewatch the whole thing because
Yeah.
I mean, even on the undercard, I know he's old, but Diego Sanchez
Yeah.
was on the undercard, so it's like
Yeah.
that card was probably the most stacked card I've
It
seen
was,
from UFC in a
fuck.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely was.
I don't know. Colbrand again with the fucking knockout.
Garbrandt?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he
Lux.
lose?
Did you see? Did you see it?
He lost?
He lost.
You saw it?
Did he?
Yeah.
So I just want to say, I'm
He's
not
an
an
Indian.
expert here.
Yeah.
Cody Garbrandt is maybe the most egotistical
Yeah.
UFC fighter of all time.
I like him though. I don't know.
I
why.
like him too. He's good, but he has that. Oh, you hit me.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm gonna hit you back.
He's
and
just
not,
dumb.
Okay,
He's
you
just
hit
dumb.
me. Let me keep my game plan because in that
Well,
fight,
I think he's not smart.
he
Yeah.
got
really
cracked, and instead of continuing the game plan, he just went up and
Not cool.
started swinging.
Sorry.
We've been invaded by a dog. Not Germany this time. A dog.
So yeah, he just started trading back and forth with Pedro, and Pedro is known for his chin. So okay, Cody hit him a few times, but Pedro connected clean with that right hand, and
I
Good
need
night.
to watch that.
Good night, Irene.
and Cody knew he fucked up too, because as soon as they stopped the fight, he just put his hands on his head like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of, and that's 3 knockouts in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
TJ twice and Pedro.
And I had argument with Vincenzo a while back. I liked TJ more than I liked Cody. Even though he's a snake in the grass, I liked
I don't
him
like
because
either
of
of them,
his
to be
like
honest.
athleticism.
Yeah. I don't know. I think both of them could do with a little bit more humility. I think you know. Look, everyone can talk about Conor McGregor, and everyone asks me this question: "You're Irish. What do you think of Conor McGregor?" And as an athlete, I think he's amazing. But as a person, I think he annoys me, and he's gone a bit too far recently.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I prefer champions with a little bit more class.
When you say recently, how recently?
He stopped being funny after the Nate Diaz fight, the first Nate Diaz fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have that mystique anymore. Like, I'm gonna talk my shit, be funny, and still beat you.
But he was overdoing it.
Yeah.
Like he has the gift of the gab, right? He can just be natural. But I feel like he was coming with pre-planned scripts. I think he was actually researching jokes to make. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
100%. I mean, even look at what he was saying to Khabib. He brought up Khabib's manager having the issue with the girls. Like, you don't know that stuff.
No, he's researching.
If you don't, someone's researching in his camp. Which, okay, it's an advantage. It works to get in your opponent's mind. I mean,
but the manager of Khabib, Abdul Aziz, or how is he called?
Some fucking knockhead.
But actually, it's a fact that he was prosecuted as a terrorist. He was pulled from a flight from Egypt to the United States because of of course, allegedly, that someone told that he was a terrorist or something like that. So I don't know. I don't like the guy. I know he's a great manager because he has so many fighters under him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He just looks funny.
But my thing is you're fighting Khabib, not his manager. So I get it. But Khabib is the type of person who he's so passionate in the people he cares about. So okay, maybe I can't get to Khabib, but if I get to his dad and talk about his dad and then his manager, that's gonna hurt Khabib more than me talking about him. So I understand that point, but you're not fighting his dad and his manager. So I don't. That's the part where I'm just like, okay, Connor, it was funny to start with, and then now it's just getting to the point to where I just want to see you win another fight, win a fight.
Yeah, but
then get back to
imagine him winning the fight with Khabib. Then people would say, okay, he's so good at trash talking. He even got into the mind of Khabib because of the talking about his dad and so on.
But he did get into the mind though.
Yeah,
he annoyed him, but it's just Khabib is built differently.
Yeah,
he's psychologically bulletproof.
Fuck, he was wrestling bears when he was 4.
Yeah, and not teddy bears either.
Yeah, that's the kind of. So, did you guys watch any other fights?
Watch the John Jones fight.
Diego, sorry, Diego with Mickey Gall, who won?
Rear naked choke. Diego.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. And then Jeremy Zabit won. And then what's the
Woodley and Usman
won.
Before we get there, you guys know Johnny Walker?
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Yeah,
this guy, I don't know how to describe him. Like, I like him, but I also am worried for him because he's 45 seconds destroying everybody with crazy shit. Like,
who?
Johnny Walker. He's a Brazilian guy who trains in Thailand. Yeah. Like, he actually former stripper. He is.
He's a former stripper.
Yeah.
That's where he probably learned the dance move that you're going to mention in a moment, I'm sure.
Was that the guy that dislocated his arm with... He got
so
excited.
He was going to do the worm, because that's what he does after he wins. And he fell on his fucking shoulder and dislocated it. Which is hilarious. But yeah, apparently, there's a video somewhere on the internet of where he used to fight. He would do like this whole like strip tease before he came out to the cage.
To the cage,
which is... weird.
It's like, so cringy.
You're about to fight another man and you're taking your clothes off, stripping,
stripping, but with the bow tie on.
Oh fuck! And that's another €300 out of Eric's wallet.
But yeah, he fought Misha Serkinov. Yeah, and he does a lot of feints, so you don't know where he's coming from. And he's like, what, 6'7"? I don't know what that is in centimeters, but he's tall as shit, essentially.
About 3 meters.
Yeah, so he, flying knee, just jumped in flying knee.
But he does that a lot.
He does flying knees. I mean, his last fight, he threw a couple of shots, and then for some odd reason, just like turned with both hands and spinning back fist, knocked his opponent out. I'm like, I don't understand how this is working against high-level fighters, but... it's working. So
yeah, I was thinking about how would match up with him and John Jones.
not even close.
I can get it some.
John is to me.
You don't want me to go well.
To me, John is like. I guess if you guys, we can get to John now. I watched that fight. John was playing with Anthony Smith.
Was he?
That whole fight.
It was. Sorry for like interrupting you.
No,
but
go ahead.
it's only a fight I watched, but it's probably the first time I've watched John Jones for about 3 or 4 years, and the variety of strikes, the complete control that he had of his body, and like even simple things when he had him up against the fence, when he had what was the opponent's name? Anthony Smith up against the fence. He was just kind of controlling him, and the simple thing, he was cupping his mouth with his hand.
Right.
So when Smith should kind of technically be having a breather, he was preventing him from breathing by putting his hand over his mouth. It was just complete and utter destruction and athletic prowess.
I thought that I didn't see any of the fights. Well, only the Zabit one, but so it was like really dominant.
Without being like, I mean, he did illegally knee him.
Yeah.
John lost 2 points and still won on the card by 5 points. Every single judge. So it's like,
how did he illegally knee him?
Anthony had his hand on the canvas, and Jones threw a knee to his head.
respect to Anthony Smith for getting.
He could have taken the.
He could have taken the DQ for that, even though he wouldn't have got the title. But
he would though.
No, not in a title fight. You won't get the. If it was a non-title fight, he would have got the win.
Yeah.
But he would have just got a no contest, and John still gets the title, and then they fight again, right?
Yeah.
You could have done it like, hey, I'm getting my money on this fight. John illegally knees me, so let me not continue, and then we fight again. But John just picograms and all. That dude is. No one's gonna beat. I don't know who can beat him. Not in light heavyweight right now. No one can beat him.
No. He hasn't got a lot of big fights left, though. Who's there?
In light heavyweight?
He has to rematch Cormier again. Maybe is that the only money fight? Woodley.
If you're Cormier, do you fight him again?
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense.
Because Cormier, even though he tested positive, like, come on, you weren't gonna beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to heavyweight and fight Brock Lesnar. I think that's the money.
The battle
fights.
of the juice heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for money or
just for money and for fun, because I would watch that.
But
I would watch that more than the Cormier fight, I think.
Is John 30 yet?
31 or 30, yeah.
Okay, so if he goes to heavyweight and fights Brock, I mean, the way he's dominating people, I wouldn't retire. It's to me, it looks like he's literally at work, just doing his job very easily. He goes to work 9 to 5, comes home. Like, doesn't mean why he struggles to me.
Yeah, but what's his other, like, where is he doing money? Is he, other than fighting, is he like
a sponsorship?
Yeah, sponsorships from someone. But if you're destroying, I think he's on a 15 fight win streak, and his last loss was to the deaf guy.
What is his name? I don't remember now.
And it was because he hit him illegally while he was on the ground. So it's like that's his only loss. Like no one's gonna beat him.
That's true.
And then my favorite fighter, only because Dana hates him so much, Tyron Woodley. I like Woodley because you can tell that the organization doesn't want him to succeed. That guy gets no press. I understand his fight with Damian Maia was boring. Damian Maia is one of the best black belts in the world. If he touches you, he's on your back. Okay, I get why you fight him like that. Then the Stephen Thompson fight. Okay,
These fights were exciting though.
The Thompsons. Right?
Yeah, the first one. In my opinion, you could have stopped that like twice, even though they didn't. But the second one, okay, that was super boring. But for your boss to come out and say, he's just a boring fighter, no one likes to watch him, like, that to me is kind of disrespectful. Like, I'm earning you money. Like, you coming out saying that I'm defending your championship belt, I'm being a good, Tyron's never gotten in trouble for anything, never tested positive for anything. He's being a good citizen. So I think that's kind of disrespectful. And now that he lost, he's never going to get...
It's going to be the same thing as with Stipe Miocic. He's not going to get the rematch for the title.
Yeah, but see, I think the difference between that, though, is at least they like Stipe. The reason Stipe is not going to get it is because Cormier's old, first of all. And he's a company guy now. He works for them on the broadcast. So he's like, hey, I got 2 fights left. They know they want Brock. And Dana doesn't want to use the second fight on Stipe, in my opinion. He wants to use it for John. Because if he has 2 more fights, I think Cormier would want Brock for big money. And then I think he would want John for his legacy. Because, okay, John beat you twice. He tested positive. But regardless... the true fans still see that he beat you. The only people that look at John not beating you because of the DQ is the people who are just casual fans. So that's why I think you don't give Stipe that fight. But Tyron has... Come on, he's 36.
He's moving to Bellator.
Probably.
Yeah.
To one championship.
Or one championship, I guess.
I mean, I did watch some press conference before on MMA fighting, and he's dropping a rap album very soon.
He is,
Cool.
yeah.
Seriously?
Tyron,
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Does he have kind of history with
Yeah,
rap?
He has a song with Wiz Khalifa. I think it's called like "Knock a Motherfucker Out" or something.
Okay.
and I'm not joking. Like,
that's on point.
It's a real. Is that the name of the song? Actually,
Oh really?
I don't know why, but when you said that, that just like rang a bell in my head.
Me and you were brothers, psychic connection. Remember?
But that fight, I think you guys should go back. Okay, it was wrestling the whole time, but Usman is disgusting. Like he destroyed Tyron.
To see that fight.
Like there was at no point did you think, oh, Tyron is gonna. No, Tyron got outclassed the whole fight, and then they kept showing Colby in the crowd with his "Make ridiculous. America Great Again" hat on, his old interim championship belt on his arm, and I'm just like, this guy is trying so hard to get in that title position, and it's like, Colby, no one likes you, man.
Yeah, he's such an idiot.
He'll get the title shot. I don't think so.
One thing that I don't understand about the UFC is that Dana White makes all the decisions, and Dana White has been known to make decisions based on whether he likes you or not. He doesn't make decisions based on... I think fighting should be the champion fights the number 2 guy, the number 3 guy fights the number 4 guy, and everything after that, you figure that out. You can do whatever you want to do with that. But if I'm ranked number 2 in the world, how in the hell does number 5 get a title shot before me? Yeah. If the champion already beat me, right? So let's say I'm number 2. I've fought for the title. I lost. I'm still number 2. That still doesn't make sense to me. I shouldn't be number 2 if I'm not. That means I'm the next guy in line. That's what that means to me.
But
it's economics.
Yeah, it's more about the storyline. I think but it's still better than boxing. I don't know why Wilder and Fury is not fighting the rematch.
And they want to fight.
I think, and they want to. Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Joshua's kind of ducking them both.
Yeah, but he has a fight already, so I don't know if he's ducking or
he's fighting some tomato can.
No,
tomato can.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means he's terrible, probably.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you who he was.
Okay. I'm
to be honest, I don't watch boxing like that because it's not. It's one part of fighting, stand up. The reason I like MMA is because you can be good at one thing, but it doesn't matter because your opponent can be okay at that one thing, but that one thing that he's good at is better than the one thing that you're good at. So
I like boxing. I like boxing, but the one thing I hate is that the fights are 60% they all rigged. Like the thing that they are doing with the judges sometimes, it's fucking hilarious.
The judging is rigged rather than the opponents. Maybe once upon a time there was a few opponents that take an easy fall, but the judges are definitely corrupt for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Shall we move on to something else?
Right.
Yeah. Any? That was a lot of blah 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 talking about fights.
I need wine. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get out.
You're gonna get out? Okay, go.
Can you get me a glass as well?
Yeah. Do you want a glass of wine? Or do you have
no, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay, so
anything happened this week? I don't know.
well, we all had an experience with the Alex Jones podcast, where I guess we were all looking forward to watching this podcast initially because he's such a polarizing figure, and you guys both opted out after how long?
25 minutes.
25 minutes?
Something like that.
Okay. I lasted like 40 minutes the first time around. But then I went back in because I knew there was some nuggets of gold hidden within.
It's like 4+ hours, right?
Yeah.
4 hours, but like it got really hectic. Started talking about like our alien overlords that are basically controlling the planet.
Is that when Eddie got there?
That was before it. Eddie sounded normal during the podcast. But what some of the really nice things were that Alex Jones has offered to pay to send Eddie on an expedition to check if the Earth is flat or not.
Yeah. Eddie said he's up to that, but he don't want to get on the plane himself.
Yeah.
He's just gonna delegate someone. And I was thinking like, yeah, you tell someone to check it, then he comes back. You don't believe like Neil deGrasse Tyson. You won't believe anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's conspiracy.
It's ridiculous.
We watched actually a documentary about flat earthers last week called Behind the Curve. Was that the name of it?
Yeah, something like that.
Behind the Curve, and it was kind of
Netflix, yeah.
I think what I took from it was the fact that they come across as mental and like easily fooled and not they don't listen to facts. Like they were doing experiments, constantly doing experiments to try to prove that their opinion was right, rather than accepting the evidence which kept piling up to prove that they were wrong. And that was kind of disturbing. And then at the end there was some really nice moment when the scientists came to the conclusion that instead of trying to ridicule them and treat them as lower class citizens or as idiots, the reason why they're part of that group is because they need to be part of a group. They need to feel like they belong, and they're isolated from their own communities or whatever. They're suffering from loneliness, depression, whatever. So instead of, kind of stating how ridiculous the whole thing is, it's trying to find out why they're joining, rather than trying to figure out why they're mental. They're not mental, a lot of them. They're just kind of looking for something in life that they don't have, and it was kind of a bit sad.
So flat Earth is basically a cult.
Like religion.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just.
Was there anything in the doc that kind of made your brain, for a split second, think, maybe
no, because they were doing experiments that were failing, and they were like saying, okay, there has to be something wrong with the calculations or something, and they keep like, instead of okay, we are wrong, they keep saying, okay, there's something wrong with that.
With the numbers.
The numbers.
But these were like top engineers, scientists. Like one of the tests I remember was they calculated how much curvature you should get over a couple of miles.
Okay.
And they got a really high power laser. And they shone this laser across this area of 3.2 miles or whatever. And at specific points along this track, they had a measuring board. And that measuring board would be level on the ground across. So theoretically, the laser, if the world was flat, after 3.2 miles, it should be able to hit the white board.
Yeah.
But obviously, because of the curvature, the laser actually went above the whiteboard. But they were trying to kind of mess with the results of that a little bit as well. But it's just kind of sad more than anything.
Yeah, I've never met a flat earther before, and I think if I did, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
I would just.
That kind of changed my opinion a little bit. The documentary. About I would like to engage with them. I'm not gonna agree with them, but
you'll never win. They'll never agree with you.
I don't want to. I don't want to win. I don't need to win. I just need to.
Well, what I mean by win is when you have a conversation with a person. Usually, when you end the conversation, you're like, okay, that was a good conversation, or I'll probably never talk to them again. I feel like talking to a flat earther, you end the conversation and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm never going to get that time back in my life.
Right. Yeah, maybe we're right.
And I feel like they're going to take that stance with everything. Like, everything in life, they're going to try to argue for whatever their opinion is on.
I hate people like this because whatever you say to them, they have to be always right. And just as Eric said, there's no point in arguing. Just leave them be and fuck it. You know.
Although that's hard for a lot of people to admit you're wrong or listen to facts. If you portray something and it's wrong, and someone comes to you with facts, it's hard for a lot of people to accept that as a fact, which we all struggle with. But I think all of us in this room can, if someone comes with concrete evidence that argues your opinion and that is fact, you're okay, it's right.
Yeah, I mean, look, even from last week's podcast when we showed Max that the Dalai Lama and Nelson Mandela are two completely different people.
And now you're here. So.
Welcome, Nelson.
Isn't he dead?
Nelson?
He is.
Yeah, he is dead. Would you fuck him? Would you fuck Nelson Mandela if he was still warm? That's the question we want to know. Eric?
I don't like men, but...
Do you like dead men?
I feel like... Is Nelson asking for it? Or?
No, he's dead.
No, I mean, like, in this situation, like, is he asking for me to involve myself in sexual activities with him?
For freedom.
Because I feel like I'm not allowed to say no to him.
Unless he died bent over a bed with a gag in his mouth.
Nah, that's not my...
That's
I
not
like
your
the
thing.
gag to be in my mouth.
What's your thing?
What's your what?
What's your thing?
Yeah.
I like the gag to be in my mouth. That's my thing.
Oh, is it?
Oh, you're submissive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you
serious?
Okay, we
I
have
wouldn't
to
judge you, but
we have to address this. I mean, I can't hold it any longer.
I'm terrified for what I'm about to say.
Is it something to do
We were
with
just
colored
talking
people?
about
Yeah.
a man
Okay.
being submissive, and he proceeds with...
Is it true that colored people have huge dick?
Jesus Christ! It's black people.
Oh my...
What color? He's not fucking blue, is he?
No, but I started saying black, but he corrected me at the beginning of the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even catch
Which
that.
is what makes it even funnier.
I didn't.
Because he just went along with it.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what I'm asking, do you have a huge dick?
I do not.
You know?
allegedly.
Everyone has a penis. That is...
Yes, that's true. Everyone has a penis.
Except 50% of the population.
It's proportionate to your
Imagination.
your body, right? And it's what the women
Jesus,
would
yours
say.
must be huge.
It's not. It's how you use it, right?
You're 24, right?
25.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion in the ocean, baby.
I keep saying that to my girlfriend, but she's not listening. So.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprised me when I...
It is what it is.
Yo.
I have a question for you, gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe it was the last podcast that you talked about Jesse.
Jesse. Mm-hmm.
That was the last one, correct?
Yes.
I'm not going to bring up Jesse, but I have a question about R. Kelly for you guys.
Right.
Yes, okay, please.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just a thing in the States that we're trying to cancel R. Kelly now for all of the fucked up shit he's done and been doing that everyone's known about.
Pissing on kids.
Kids?
Yeah.
Really?
So
yeah, what's
teenagers.
the
So yeah, it's a kid.
What's the story?
He has a sex tape with I think she was 15.
Fuck off. No.
Did he know?
Aaliyah?
Well, that was it. The sex tape wasn't Aaliyah,
Oh,
but
okay.
he married Aaliyah when she was like 16.
Married.
Yeah. So the rumor is that she got pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want to
And when was that? Was that?
Oh, this was probably in the 90s, I would
Right.
say. So he married her so it would look like he had relations with a married woman, and he got her mom to sign like a consent form that says, I'm allowing him to marry my daughter. This is a grown-ass man. He's like 20-something at this point. So, yeah, he's been known to do these type of things. I mean, he's married, and he has other girls living in his house. And so there's a documentary called Escaping R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And he has other girls living in his house, and his wife's not allowed to come out of her room unless he tells her to, because he doesn't want her seeing the other girls that are coming in and out of the room. The other women can roam the house as they please. It's whatever. But his wife cannot leave her room because he doesn't want his wife to see the other girls roaming around.
Imagine the size of the dick on that
how
guy.
much money do you have to be like that bold and tell your wife to not leave her room?
Like Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, all of them. I mean, you just need a couple of mil, I suppose.
It's not the money. Yeah. Well,
It
you
is
have just
Money
like-
buys power, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's my point. You have to have power.
Because you have hush money, and also apparently he had like people kind of working for him to scout
Oh, yeah.
out, for,
So-
particular ladies from concerts and stuff.
Concerts, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They would identify them in the crowd and then
Yeah.
go, here, there's a pass to
R.
go
Kelly was
suck
back.
R. Kelly's
R.
dick.
Kelly would like to
Yeah.
meet you.
Okay, would like to meet you.
Yeah.
And
You know,
then-
when you're a fan, you're like, oh, yeah. And then he's got you.
But then they would be waiting in their rooms. They would be plied with marijuana and alcohol, and then they would be told that R. Kelly is coming in. Just take off your trousers. Prepare yourself.
What?
So
Seriously, yeah.
he allegedly, I would say allegedly, but
Allegedly.
at this point, I don't.
you fucking poked me today.
At this point, I don't think it's alleged because he just got arrested again for another incident recently. But he would sit outside of this McDonald's in Chicago that's right across the street from a high school and scope out people.
Bitches.
So there's a report where he just got arrested like 2 weeks ago and just got bail.
Yeah.
His bail was funded by a GoFundMe from women saying free free R. Kelly, right? Which is hilarious to me. That
The bail was like 100,000 or something.
yeah, so
That's pocket change for him.
Yeah, for him. So
Well,
why the
apparently R. Kelly is broke.
Broke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
So, but the story is that when he left jail, he went back to the McDonald's.
No.
Fuck off.
I'm like, dude, you just got arrested for this shit, and you go back to
He's
the...
obviously ill.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
That's
I mean, I'm not justifying it,
Mm.
but he's obviously got a problem.
you have to have like some mental problems if you can't stop it, right?
But the reason I brought it up is because in the States, right, like I think his music got taken off Spotify, and like they're trying to make sure this man makes no money. But yesterday I was in a restaurant in Poland and they played 4 R. Kelly songs
Yeah, we
in a
don't give
row.
fuck. Yeah.
So my thing is it's funny to me that it's like this big thing is going on in the States, cancel this man, and then in Europe it's like
So
nah.
in the States,
He
just
wasn't really
because
big here, was he? Did you?
not
no,
really.
Did you get into R. Kelly? Or did R. Kelly get into you?
But no, your man,
That's
he doesn't
so
like
in
you.
the States, just because the guy is like prosecuted and he fucked, yeah, that's bad. But he fucked some girls
That
that, were
is bad, Max, yeah.
underage.
Yeah.
They wouldn't like play his music anymore at Starbucks or shit like that.
Yeah,
No,
but
no.
would you like display
What hap-
Hitler's art or something like that?
No, but they still, I think, sell his book, right? Hitler.
Mein Kampf?
My point is,
Yeah.
My point is, if you can separate the art from the actual from the person.
This is what we say
think so.
this is what we say in America. We can separate the art until we have evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, Michael Jackson, one of the greatest artists of all time. There's never been actual evidence that he's done anything with kids.
Right.
Like actual evidence.
But something came out
Yeah,
this
recently,
week.
right?
There is a
A tape from his.
Something Wonderland. There's a documentary
Uh-huh.
that I think HBO is playing now.
Ah, okay.
But see, my thing about that is the man's dead. Like he can't defend
Holy
himself.
fuck.
So what I'm saying is if you have all this evidence, you've had it.
Mm-hmm.
he can't do anything about defending himself about it. So the court of public opinion is, after you watch that, oh, Michael Jackson did all of this shit, right? He can't really say anything. He can't say anything about it. But people still listen to Michael Jackson because we don't actually have the evidence. With R. Kelly, there's a tape, there's a marriage certificate, there's...
I don't know, but okay, my point is, if you like the music, right? And it's coming, okay, obviously from a person that is a little bit disturbed, let's say. But you still, like, I don't know, I wouldn't, if I was like a really psycho R. Kelly fan, I would still listen to his music and I wouldn't care about his personal life.
For example, personally, I'm the same way.
Yeah. Okay, but the question is, what is pissing on another person doing for you?
I mean, everyone has their fetishes,
your
right?
bladder.
Okay, last week we had something. Last week we had something about sucking ass.
Yeah,
that's disgusting. Okay, yeah. Would you rather suck? Okay, that's.
I would rather eat some ass than piss on someone.
Okay, but would you rather
wait? Someone piss on you or you piss on someone?
Either way.
Okay.
I've got a question. Would you rather wait in the shower for R. Kelly to piss on you?
Okay.
Or sit in a bed and wait for Michael Jackson to moonwalk into your room naked?
Michael Jackson moonwalk into my room naked.
Okay. I would imagine that Michael Jackson had a smaller penis.
And I would request a as he came in the room.
As he came.
He turns around and he goes, you know, I'm bad, I'm bad.
Could you just imagine before he walks in, you hear
he puts on his pedophile glove,
and then the door opens and smoke comes through the room, and he just moonwalks in. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Take me, Michael.
Why am I imagining this?
Yeah, Jesus. Does it not sound more appealing than standing in a shower waiting for another man to pee on you? I'm sorry.
Under a shower is not that bad. I mean, you can wash it off right away.
Yeah, but you can't wash off the shame.
Yeah, but I feel like if your friends were like, "Hey, what'd you do this weekend?" and you're like, "Yeah, I waited in the shower for R. Kelly to pee on me," they're like, "Fucking weirdo." But if they're like, "What'd you do this weekend?" you're like, "Dude, I laid in a bed. Michael Jackson moonwalked into the That sounds like more of a story to tell your mates.
Yeah, but you're leaving out the alleged abuse.
You didn't say he was gonna do anything.
It was implied.
Well, you didn't.
You know that you don't have to lean into the microphone every time you say something, right?
I can, because I want to be louder than everybody else.
I think the moonwalking makes it worth it.
So before you get mentally destroyed for the rest of your life, at least you have one happy memory left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can every black person moonwalk?
That's false. I don't know. Where are you reading? Getting your black facts from?
Notice the correct use of black this time. Yeah, we're off the colored train.
Blackfacts.com or something.
That's your new website, blackfacts.com.
That is hilarious.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Any other celebrities who've done nasty stuff?
I mean,
I suppose we had Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey.
Did you guys know that Bill Cosby didn't go to jail for the alleged 52 women?
He is in jail.
Did you know he went to jail because his girlfriend said that she thought he touched her?
But that's his girlfriend.
So I didn't. I thought he went to jail because of the 52 women, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's 52. Mm-hmm. Number sounds about right.
One for every week.
But it's actually he was dating this older white lady.
Older
50s. She was in her 50s. So she said that she thinks that she said she had a headache. She asked for some medicine. He gave her a pill. She passed out and she woke up and he was touching her, but she said he never did anything to her that she knows of, and that's why he's in jail.
Why would he have to drug his own girlfriend to prod her?
The thing that I'm confused about...
Prod her. That was a bit of a weird verb. That's a prod.
Yeah, the thing that I'm confused about is she said in her statement, I don't remember anything happening, and I don't think anything happened.
I don't remember him prodding me.
That tells me that is why I think with the outrage in the States nowadays, if they want you, they're gonna get you. Yeah. They're gonna get you.
But he's a scumbag. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Not saying, but it's just weird that no one knows. That's why everyone thinks he went to jail for the 52 women.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Why he's in prison.
Yeah, I've heard that a drone flew above the prison just to film him.
Really?
Yeah, and they shot the drone off the sky because of it.
Oh, okay.
He probably did that with his fucking dick.
He's almost that. He's walking. I don't know how he's even.
80s, is he?
He's 80.
70s or 80s.
Oh, he's gonna die.
80,
he's gonna die in jail.
Mm-hmm. But
he looks dead in the eyes, like.
Well, one of his eyes doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's like really fucked up, right? Yeah. He's not functioning.
But he had a good run, right?
But do you remember the growing
definition of good run?
He got away with it. He got away with all his abuse for about 50
and then
years.
his mind like just shut off. So
he had a pretty, I won't say a good life because obviously he was mentally disturbed. Yeah. But like he got away with it.
Like he was a megastar in.
Oh yeah, he is America's dad.
Yeah,
like Richard Pryor, same thing, right?
Well, he tried. He had a drug overdose.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor. He died from drugs. Yeah.
He dead?
He dead. Yeah.
He dead for a long time. Yeah.
He dead. He's super dead.
He been dead.
For what? He not dead.
He might have been dead.
He dead, man.
He might have been dead before you were born.
No, 2003. I think he.
What? But he had some story as well, right? With.
I know he sucked a dick.
Yeah, he sucked a dick or something. Yeah.
That's why he did.
Yeah.
That's why he dead now.
Yeah, I think he like sucked a dick for crack or something.
Yeah, that shit happens. I mean, speaking of
sucking dick.
No, crack.
Okay.
Drugs. Everton.
Oh, he dead since 2005. Sorry.
Yeah, he well dead.
Yeah, he well dead.
Do you keep up? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, he probably like skeleton dead. No.
Yeah, he's super bony dead.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about because I was watching some podcast about like the drug problem in the States. When you were growing up, where you were growing up, was there a fairly intense drug problem, or is it just in specific pockets of the States? Because all I hear now is the new drugs. Fentanyl is killing the States, and there's like hundreds of thousands of people dying from overdoses every year. And
what is fentanyl?
It's some new manufactured chemical that's I don't know how it's used. I was going to say something
that was slightly stupid, and then I saw that hat around his neck, and I was like, I don't know. So I'm just going to hush for a second. When I was a kid, or when I was in the States, Adderall, Percocets, Molly.
What's Molly?
Xanax.
How would you do?
It's ecstasy, essentially.
Okay, that's what.
That was what was the thing, I guess you would say. But a lot of people in my school, people were just smoking weed. Like no one was.
But I don't imagine you doing anything more than weed or something.
Nah, I smoked some weed.
That's not that like that guy. He was a trucker.
I will say I've done Adderall multiple times.
But
Adderall is like really, it enhances your thinking, right?
Which actually one of my best friends who's gonna watch this podcast, I need to tell him about it. So shout out to you, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Is it a girl or a man?
No,
you deserve the hat.
No, fuck off.
Yeah,
Kyle can be a girl and a girl.
Kylie Minogue. Kylie. It's a woman's name.
It's just no, it's not.
Okay,
I'm not wearing the hat.
Okay, let's have a vote. Yeah. Should Max wear the hat?
I think he should.
Yeah, wear the hat.
So we were actually on our way to a party, and
with the girl. Okay, with the guy.
So
I have the hat.
Took an Adderall, cut it into fours, took a piece, and the drive was like an hour. And I swear we were in the car for 2 minutes. And when we pulled up to the club, the driver goes, "Will you guys shut the fuck up?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Dude, you guys didn't shut the fuck up the whole ride." I'm like, "Dude, I feel great." Like we went in. When you drink on Adderall, like you don't know you're drunk. you're just super hyper having intelligent conversations about God knows what. So, I mean, a lot of college students take it to study for tests and stuff. So,
in esports, there was a how do you say it? Like a really a backlash because some of the athletes in esports, they were like taking Adderall before tournaments and then competing. So now you have even checks for esports,
like drug tests for esports.
They get flagged for picograms too.
I think that's fair though, because it definitely does seem to enhance your mental capacity and your abilities.
And as we are speaking now, there's a tournament for Counter-Strike that has a prize pool of $500,000.
No, 1 million.
In Katowice.
$1 million.
In Katowice.
No, it's it is.
A prize pool is 1 million.
1 million. Yeah.
So so basically, when you go on a prawn site, there are basically all...
That's a tangent, by the way.
That segue was
That's
the best segue ever.
There are basically almost only black, like white people fucking, right? So
You mean colored?
No, white
Okay,
people.
white,
People. So if you are choosing a porno to watch, right? Are you looking just for the
all day?
Okay, just for
Interracial or
so my question is
fat asses.
Okay, so my question is:
Ebony.
is it bothering you
Whatever
if
it
you
is.
see a white dick, or do it has to be?
That's a good question.
Do it has to be a black?
question ever.
Do it has to be a black dick?
No.
No?
No? Come on, it's
That's the best question I've ever. It's a
British question.
Okay, so you see on a porn site a really nice girl, right? But it's a Mexican guy fucking her. Are you still watching it or not?
A Mexican guy fucking
yes.
Yes.
So as I got older, the stories kind of intrigued me a bit. Some of the titles sometimes are out are out of this world. Whoever comes up with titles sometimes is hilarious. It's like you know exactly what you're getting.
Right.
Mother leaves for vacation, babysitter gets rammed in the asshole.
Yeah.
Like
I can't watch.
I don't know why.
no, but I'm saying that you know what you're getting. You're gonna start. Okay, honey, we're going on vacation. Julie's here to babysit you. Then the camera goes to Julie. She's sitting there with like a pencil in her mouth or something, and Johnny's just sitting there like, "Okay, mom, have fun." Spans to another scene. Johnny's doing his homework. Julie comes in. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, math. Okay, can I help you with your math? Sure. So the first one, 2 + 5 is. I'm not. It's.
That's exactly the face.
That's literally exactly how the pornos go. And then she looks down. He has a boner, and she's like, "Oh, I don't think this is a good idea for you to have this." And he's like, "I'm sorry. Like, I'm young. I've just started getting these, and it's hard to get rid of them."
Oh shit, you're good,
Dude. I'm telling you,
I'm getting a
You
boner
could
right
be a
now.
fucking. You could be a narrator.
the stories are like, they're so. I don't get how the directors are not in the back just cracking up, laughing at this shit, because these are adults who are actors and actresses. Because if you watch interviews with them, which I have before, because I think it's interesting to know, like the
background when you watch
what
porno,
made you in your life go to this. And they're like, yeah, we're doing like acting. We should be the same as the people in Oscars, the Golden. And I'm like, sweetie, no, you should not. I mean, the best acting you have is the moan that you gave 30 times in the video. It's like,
well, it is a performance though.
It's
I
a performance.
I wouldn't take off of the because it's also a really hard job.
So
And by hard, I mean.
yeah, but I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if best acting film this year, Lisa Ann? Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, could you imagine if they're giving you the category of people and some porn star gets mentioned?
Who's Lisa Ann?
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I can tell you lying.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Cathal is a little older than us.
I don't know.
He's more of a Stormy Daniels type.
I know who Stormy Daniels is because she's the Trump whore, let's say. But who is Lisa Ann?
Oh, you know who she is.
I don't know. I wouldn't ask.
Actually,
I'll show you the picture of her.
Out of all of the porn stars, the reason why I like Lisa Ann is because she actually does a sports podcast in the States, and she actually knows about like basketball and football and stuff.
Okay.
So she took advantage of the career, right, and did something else with it.
Didn't Sasha Grey do the same thing? She's moved into DJing and real acting now.
No, she did a movie with the guy from not Hobbit, but the previous
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings with
Gollum.
with
Frodo.
I wanted to say Freddy, but
Oh, really?
Elijah Wood. Yeah, no, I definitely saw her. She's like completely
she's in a
transitioned.
music video of Eminem.
Yeah, but the problem is with her that you can't like
You can't get that out of your mind.
No, the time.
She was choking on the dick.
No, the times that she got her like
Ass
pounded, she can't like hold off her poo.
She can.
No,
okay,
she
so back
It's
to my
just
question
going-
because
No.
I don't know if am I racist because I cannot watch.
Your like segues are so fucking weird today.
If there is a Mexican dick, I can watch the.
But okay,
I don't
so
know.
you cannot.
Yeah, I can.
But
This
with
is
a black dick.
Hashtag
No,
Vincenzo
not-
hates
I'm sorry,
beaners.
okay, so I guess the
if the
real
the,
issue is
if the dick is not the right shade of white, I can't watch.
Okay, that's gonna sound weird, but I'm the same thing as.
What is wrong with you people?
Wait a
No,
second,
it's like-
wait a second. Hold on. So you're telling me when you are selecting your porn categories
There's no way I'm.
let's be honest, you're gonna watch for 5 minutes.
Right.
Okay, that's a stretch.
You are
Depends how big your dick is.
you are thumbing through, looking at the dick's color to see if you are willing to spend 5 minutes of shameful time.
What category is that? Like Polish Italian dick shade?
Yeah.
Like how do you even find that? Do you have
7
to-
out of 10 on the color
I
scale.
mean, I
of
spend
white.
a lot of time.
Do you have to like look at all that? What are the little preview things called? The
Thumbnails.
Thumbnails.
Yeah.
Do you have to like examine each of the thumbnails? Like
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't watch a fucking.
But why?
I don't know.
I think it's
Because
nothing
it's not,
right.
because it doesn't look like your dick.
It's not
Exactly.
racial.
It's nothing racial. It's something.
but you're
that-
trying to project yourself into the male.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, I think
oh,
so.
I never really thought about it that way.
No.
I don't. If
So
I, if
you don't
I'm
watch porn,
If
yeah.
I'm watching porn, I don't put myself in the position of that man.
No, I pick porn for the woman only. I don't care what the dick looks like.
I don't know.
So do you watch POV only?
It doesn't matter though.
Okay. Because
I don't like
It doesn't
POV.
matter if
because
it's
maybe
POV or
if you were
not.
watching POV, in my brain it would make a little more sense because
Because it's more
No.
like
it's more like you, right? But if regardless the guy is not you, so
I'm with you on this one. Yeah,
I don't-
I don't.
so
I'm confused because I never actually thought
I
that
never
was a
ever think that would be a
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
So okay, so let me ask you this: what if you find the right shade, but his dick is way bigger than yours?
It doesn't bother me. I mean, the
you can always
size.
dream.
So as long as it looks the same,
I
you're
always
good.
look at another dick with like
Respect.
respect.
Allegedly.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a very interesting. Like,
No, I'm the same thing.
so you never watched interracial porn?
No, if the
Or
girl
you've never
is black,
finished yourself
black.
to
If the girl is colored, I mean, I would.
Okay, so the bottom line is the dick needs to be white.
I was generally like curious if you would watch a white
I've
man.
watched it all.
Okay.
Asian, white, black.
Asian. Fuck that.
I watch it for the girl only. Like, if I'm gonna watch porn, it's just because what I find weird is people who can masturbate without like
Come on.
media.
I've seen enough.
Yeah, but to me, I can't just like go in my room and like the shit that's gonna be going through my mind is not what I should be masturbating to. Like fuck, I gotta do my taxes later. Like,
So you're thinking about fucking taxes.
but at least when I'm watching a movie, like I can focus on like myself being in the act of doing that, right? But if I don't have that, like I could never masturbate to a picture. Like I don't know if you guys could do that.
Been there, done that.
I don't know.
Like that was never
Before the internet? Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could never do it. Like I've always had to watch videos. So
you would never have a orgasm without a video.
I'm not saying it would just be weird to me. I'm sure I could.
You're masturbating.
Your girlfriend
That's
must be
weird to
very
me.
happy.
I'm sure I could, but like I gotta have the real thing in front of me, or someone in the act of the real thing to make it real enough for me to projectile
and
my
not
semen
think
somewhere.
about taxes.
That was a little
Yeah.
bit vulgar.
I mean, but you got the clear picture of what's happening, the projectile.
That's
Yeah, I got a
something.
really clear image, but like I mean, you do realize you do realize that this podcast is highbrow. We don't say vulgar things.
Yeah.
We don't talk about taboo subjects.
I apologize
No
to
way.
all the viewers out there.
Yeah, I mean, you could be actually the death knell of this podcast.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
With all of our
All
subscribers.
because of a
All-
colored person.
Yeah, you could be the signifier for the end. The end.
The end, yeah.
Okay, piggybacking off your question then. What if you were a porn director? Are you?
I would do a
Are
great
you
job.
Are you only directing penises that are the right color?
No, because I would do content for other people, not for myself. So.
Hobbits. Would you do content for hobbits?
Yeah, of course.
Pigs.
Pigs.
I have this hat already, so.
What about
Just saying
dwarves?
Oh, I would do.
You would do a midget.
Oh wait!
which
A
one-
dwarf
which
is
one-
not a midget.
Okay, which one is
What's the
the
difference?
correct one?
I'm
serious.
I'm throwing out the question to you. What's the difference between a dwarf and a midget?
You told me once, but
There's a punchline here. I
No,
feel.
there isn't a punchline. It's just
A
common.
midget is from a fairy tale.
No. I know.
That was a joke.
You almost beat my fucking. It's the hands. It's the hands, right?
Well, yeah, they have two of them. No, it is right. So a dwarf has disproportionate size arms and legs. So the arms and the legs don't
So they have a
match the
normal
size
sized
of the
body?
body.
That's
So
the.
they-
They're
normal-
short, but
Okay,
also
okay.
their arms and legs are.
That's the dwarf.
That's a dwarf.
Okay.
So it's because it's a genetic mutation. It's called dwarfism. Yeah, a midget is just an abnormally small person, but their limbs are in proportion. That's actually the
But to me, it still looks unproportionate.
well, not to you because you're obviously
Yeah, so I guess
you're
that's why
actually
it's
a
hard
tall person.
for. I guess that's probably why it's hard to distinguish between the two, and everyone.
Yeah,
Just
but
says
you
midget.
can tell. Like,
Like a dwarf will look like a T-Rex.
Wow.
Yeah, like a really small T-Rex with a massive head.
Okay, just stop fucking talking.
Thank God no one's watching this shit.
We would be fucking in jail.
What were we talking about?
Vincenzo directing.
Oh, directing porn. Yeah,
Porn.
sorry. Go on, continue.
Yeah, how did we fucking...
I just got interested if he would
Actually,
be interested.
Funny story. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be a porn star.
So you have
Yeah,
a massive dick then?
That's
I
my
didn't say
follow-on question.
That was never
Would
said.
you ever?
Allegedly.
Would you ever film yourself? Or have you ever?
I've never filmed myself. I would, if my partner would be into it. But I get why nowadays you wouldn't want to do that, because you record some shit, it goes in the cloud, and then
Yeah, if you got that
spiteful
fucking iPhone.
people, you know.
Yeah, I've done it in the past, but I don't think I'd be
On a
very
VHS? Or?
comfortable. Yeah, I don't think I'd be comfortable now, but I also sent a long time ago, maybe when I was early 20s, I sent some photos of myself to specific ladies. I'm
Never
not going to say names because that's embarrassing. But I remember that...
Like, so in your early 20s, so photos like not on your messenger, just sending photos that
on the post.
on the post, like...
No, I didn't put it like into an envelope and go, get a picture and go, fly!
It comes out of the camera and Cahal sitting there.
Come on, take it, my baby! Woo, woo. No. I sent... We had camera phones, but the camera quality was like really shit.
Yeah.
So it was really low resolution, semi-hard dick. And I think it was like, I was kind of into this girl. I thought she was into me, and we were getting a lift home by another girl, and we were in the back of the car, and we were kind of like really heavily flirting, but nothing was kind of gonna happen. So when I got out and I went into my house, obviously the first thing I thought was, she would really love to see a picture of my dick right now. So I took a picture, probably took a lot of pictures, because you have to get the angle right.
Yeah.
The lighting.
Yeah, the lighting has to be good. It has to make it look like fucking tree trunk. And then I sent it to her. Completely forgot about it. And then...
Were you in this picture?
No. Just my parts. If I remember, now my memory might be kind of tricking me here. But if I remember correctly, the girl involved said that she opened that picture when she was in the back of church. So she was at mass and she saw that message because she didn't see it that night.
So did she get what she prayed for?
She didn't talk to me for about 4 weeks. She was disgusted with me, but like, she was a really easygoing, cool girl. Like, so you know, some women probably would never have talked to you ever again.
I mean,
It's just a dick.
Have we all sent a dick picture?
I've never sent a dick pic.
You ever sent a dick picture?
I don't see the point. Like.
The only picture, like, half nude I sent it was to my girlfriend like 3 years ago.
Which one?
And it was
Just shirtless?
I'm just shirtless. I never took a fucking picture
Yeah,
of my
but you've
dick.
got like really horny nipples.
Yeah, I do. That's true.
Have you ever had phone sex though?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I've had phone sex.
Okay.
No.
That was the only time I've sent a dick picture, during like after a phone sex conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the conversation finished, it was like sending her proof of what was really going on in real life. Like this. So, but we were in a relationship,
like
so
a
it's like
puddle of cum on the floor.
it wasn't too.
That was
like,
exactly what I imagined. Yeah.
no, just like you know, if you were here, this is what would be going on right now. But it's never like sent it to a random person. I don't think I've been asked for multiple dick pics in Poland.
Oh, really?
100%.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Why do you think that is?
On
That's weird.
I asked you for a dick pic.
Badoo? Is that the name of the app?
Yeah.
The girls on that app, they want dick pics.
Well, is Badoo like a sex Tinder?
It's Tinder.
Like,
it's
but
exactly
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
more than-
essentially Tinder, but I would say more European probably.
Yeah.
Because I never heard of it when I was in the States. Oh yeah, the girls get on there. I'm the little the guy who, hey, how are you? How's your day? The girls on this app are like, show me your dick. And I'm just like, you don't want to know about my day? They're like, I'll ask you after you show me your dick. And I'm like, to me, that is like complete turn off. Like,
Jesus.
like I don't want to show you my dick.
Yeah,
like,
but wouldn't it make more sense to just have like a stock photo saved on your phone or your computer of some like really unusual dick?
Like, it would be hilarious if it would be a like Asian dick.
Yeah, just some really unusual dick with a big wart on it or something.
And this is weird thinking, right? Because you're on a dating app and you can't be naive to think I'm the only person that person swiped right on. But to me, the fact that someone would openly at the beginning ask you for a dick pic, I'm like, that's not the type of person I want to. Because I'm not looking to just fuck on an app. Like, come on, I would like for something to lead for that if that's what I was looking for. So if you're asking for that, it's like that's not even what I want. Because how many dicks did you get from other people, and how many of them did you take up on the offer after that? Because once you send a guy a dick pic, he ain't asking you how's your day next. Like,
Yeah.
you send the dick pic, and probably the next thing that's gonna happen is pin the location. Like,
So what do you think's happening then when these girls, like, let's say they obviously swipe right on a lot of people? I'm assuming if they're looking for dick, right?
Yeah.
So
We've got another message.
do they?
The camera is fucked.
Oh.
It's probably. I told you to fucking. Yeah, we need to wrap up anyway. But go on.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, like I mean, what can you imagine like the girl's headspace when she's just kind of collects all the dick pics and she's just kind of browsing through them like, you know, in a fucking IKEA catalog.
like
She's
which
just kind
one?
of like,
Which one?
I'm
do
not
I
really
want?
sure about that shade. I think we'll go with the Swedish 10-incher. Yeah, that seems about right. Pin location. Like that must be a kind of a weird headspace as well.
Guys, we went like full on this. I think it's like an hour and a half now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, we were easily an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So what happens when you have Nelson Mandela on the podcast?
Praise Nelson Mandela. That's all we should say. Thank you for visiting us from South Africa and beyond the grave. And next week, we're hoping to get the Dalai Lama on. So tune in next week.
It's just me again.
It's just him with a different T-shirt. Yeah, maybe he'll be a different color.
Fuck off.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. If you liked it, please subscribe.
Yeah, and
It's like you can
Hit that like button. Hit that bell.
and we love colored people. So just to say,
Black. Beats like black.
Allegedly.